Hello, Spencer. Thank you so much for this graceful ghost rag performance. It was really fine. Um, this is a great choice for you. I'm just wondering if you choose it on your own or you were suggested. It was suggested to you by your teacher. Whichever way, it was a really great choice. I think you have a really a fine, sensitive style. From listening to your performances so far, I've heard several of them. And again, thank you so much for all of your hard work. And it's, again, really obvious to me, I've probably said it before, but it's really obvious that you're really committed and dedicated musician. You really take your music seriously, and that's great to see that you've, persevered, and you're, hopefully this looks like to me like a level 10 exam program. I don't know if you've already taken your exam or if you're just preparing for it. Either way, I have some little suggestions and tips for you to try. But yeah, this was a really good choice. This is a new piece for me. This is a piece I haven't heard really too much before, played on exams. I've never run into it before, actually, so you'll have to bear with me with my quick study abilities. If I'm going to demonstrate some things for you and I have some wrong notes, please overlook them. But anyway, at any rate, I think it's very good. It's very fine work. You really have a good grasp of the whole rag genre. I wonder if you've played rags before, if this is the first one you've tried. Rags are kind of an interesting format, and most people either like them or they don't. And yours, I was very captivated by it. I think you really gravitated to the whole concept of the rag with the chord, the octave chord, and lots of times the parallel octaves, and it works really well for you. You have great accuracy. That's another tricky thing to get in here, and I would say that only a couple of notes I caught here and there that were incorrect, but again, was very well done. I liked your tempo. I don't like from the the brief bit that I have looked at this, I liked your tempo very much. I thought it suited it. It wasn't too quick, and I think that it's, again, because it's called a graceful ghost rag, so the graceful idea and the ghost is just, I think, just referring to it as having a sort of a little bit more of an ethereal, mysterious character to it, and that's also coming across very convincingly. I thought you had some good shaping in your melody. You could still do more. We can always do more. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. I know with myself, when I'm playing pieces, sometimes I'll notice myself playing and say, oh, I'm not shaping, or oh, I'm not doing this sufficiently. So I think a person always has to be mindful of that, and a good way to do that is what I told you in your Bach fugue. I would do the same thing for this. I would play the melody and shape it as nicely as you can. This can tend to sound very vertical because that's just the nature of rags. It's very difficult to create a horizontal and linear feeling to the line. So that's something that you do need to work on in order to really make the melody very apparent to your listeners. So that's something that I would suggest to do. I think these parts here, they can be almost comical because he's got parts where it's very reflective and expressive, and then he interjects it with a da 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 da, So I would add really, you've got three characters of three bars going on here. So this first nice, love that chord right there. Playful, expressive. And then whenever you have the 16th notes, that's not melody, right? That's your underneath commentary. And then the syncopations, I think you can always do more with syncopations anytime that you've got any of this kind of jazz, rags, blues type of music that's just called for in the says smoothly somewhere. I think that would refer to your melody line. I think you can get away with detaching some of the other notes. It helps to inject a little bit more variety. Our ears always will pick up on textures that are not always consistent. And in this case, I think that works well. Plus, it's easier to play. You can let off the pedal also there. Now here I would bring out your bass line. There are odd times in here where you have that. I mean, generally you'll want to always bring out your bass line, but this is a really cool spot here. Take a bit more rubato there. Really like that part. It's very cool there. Change your, more character changes. I'm Mrs. Character Change. I love to have those kind of different moments in here. So I think you could exploit that even more. And then this part here, this is very ghost-like. I think you could really play with the repetitions here. Make that second one quieter. Sorry. Okay, so I would do the same thing there, louder and then softer. I think that will make it more interesting. What else was I going to tell you? I think you could have a little bit more crescendo build. Oh, well, here's a playful character again. Yeah, I'm at measure 26 now. Okay, now I really like this progression of harmonic changes here. So you're getting E flat minor. Oh, and it also has a sforzando to piano. I don't think that piano's in the right place personally. You could play it softer. This is definitely louder, but I wouldn't be piano. I would be maybe just a bit less here. I would have that as successive steps down there. It says diminuendo only here, but I think it would work to start louder. This E flat minor, and then B flat minor a bit less, and then G minor less yet. So you can play with that and see what you think. And then here, G flat major. Oh, G flat major is such a humorous key. I suggested a couple of other G flat major pieces you can have a listen to if you don't already know them. Some famous Chopin pieces in G flat major, the Black Key Etude, and this really charming little waltz in G flat major. G flat major is just a fun key. Not fun to try to read the notes, but really you only have to remember that there's F that you don't play as a flat, that this F is the only white key. So when you first started this, it was a little bit not together. Don't think this has to be completely legato, even though it has a phrase. Your pedal can help you with that. Think of these as all downs. Okay, so that'll help. And what I was wishing to see in here was more of a bass line and more syncopation. Have this really cute, charming character. I tell my students all the time when they have shifts, instead of minor key and they shift to a major key, you want to always have a different change of mood, but you can smile too, okay? So I would try that. So. And that's really, it's kind of schmaltzy there, so you can do the same idea there. What else? I think you handled a lot of this really well. I liked, oh yeah, this is on the next page. Okay, so just make more syncopations on the rest of that page. This is getting long already, I better quit. Just check your timing at bar 55. You handled that pretty well. left-hand note. That I do lots of those refacilitations. They make life really easy. Triplet that. Okay, that was just a little unclear right there. I think you can make your writ slower leading back into your tempo 1, and then it does say tempo 1 is slower on my music anyway, so I would do that. So yeah, you can do a tempo memory check from the beginning and then jump to here so you know what you're doing. I think you could be a little slower to start with, and then yeah. Just check that you're not rushing bar 78, 980-ish. Just hurry just a wee bit there, but I really liked your ending. And yeah, overall, it was really, really good work, Spencer. Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure. I wish I could talk to you face to face, but hopefully you get the idea from my comments. And please try them on, see what you think. And hopefully they will give you a little bit of help. All right, thanks again.